Yeah, we are uploading regularly now. No, we're not. Forget that. Hello and welcome to another video by Sol from the Unorthodox Gaming Coalition. I still don't know how intros work, but in this video we'll be having a look at a game called Starsector. Bear in mind, this is the beginning of the A Look At series. The competence of the video will probably be going down by about 60 to 70% each video, so expect utter trash by the end of it, yeah? Alright, but yeah, in that case, yeah, just enjoy this. I'm not sure if you will, and I don't care if you will. Like or dislike the video, I couldn't give more of a shit, honestly. Okay, fuck you. So I thought it was possible to script this kind of a video. Turns out I was wrong. When I heard back on the audio, I sounded completely and utterly robotic, as if I was reciting a flipping script. Hold on, that's exactly what I was trying to achieve. What the hell am I even on about? But yeah, welcome to another video by the Unorthodox Gaming Coalition. This one might be a bit more organised than the rest, and I'm talking ridiculously quickly. In effect, this video is the beginning of a series named A Look At, a relatively small series, kind of focusing primarily on looking at certain games, what kind of aspects they have, what's good about them in my opinion, and what's bad about them. In this particular video we're looking at a game called Starsector, a relatively unrecognised indie game made by 4 people alone. And those 4 people have honestly made an absolutely astounding combat system in this game, and I must applaud them for it. That's Fractal Softworks for you. Right. Okay, what's this game about? What kind of a game is this, eh? Well, it's an RPG game with aspects of an RTS, tactical RTS, not large-scale RTS. But in essence, what you're doing here is you get your fleet, and you have to maintain them, you have to repair damage from other ships, all whilst making sure that you don't use up too many resources while you do it, because your ship can only store a certain amount of resources, or your fleet. And yeah, that brings me on to certain ship types in the game. The freighters. They'll be the big backbone of your fleet when it comes to resource management. They'll be storing everything on your fleet. They'll be storing your parts for repairs, they'll be storing your crew, and all that stuff. You've also got to make sure that the resources actually stay at a certain level, otherwise your fleet can't maintain itself anymore, and it starts becoming more and more inefficient, and eventually you're just a sitting duck. Believe me, I've experienced that, and it's a bloody piss take. Yeah, what else is there to this? Well, now let's actually move on to the strategy. The strategy is, in essence, an incredibly tactical game, or part of the game, where you need to maneuver your fleet accordingly. Anything can affect your fleet. For example, if your ship was damaged beforehand and it was repaired recently, there might be malfunctions on it, so randomly whilst you're flying around, your engines may just cut out, or certain weapons will just switch off because they simply won't work anymore. You can't just go into battle with a couple of random ships that you've pulled out of a scrapyard, because a smaller enemy fleet of fully repaired and fully fledged ships will defeat you. So you got to play your cards correctly, should we say. But yeah, and you know how I mentioned how freighters were the backbone in the game? They're really not in combat. In fact, in combat they're so insignificant there's no point even sending them in. They have usually got incredibly weak combat capabilities, and only serve as a liability for your fleet when they're in a battle situation. Which makes it even worse when you've been intercepted by an opposing fleet and they decide to attack you from behind. That means your entire fleet is there and you have to cover your entire fleet's escape, with limited command points and all that stuff. Which brings me on to the next thing, command points. They're the way you can command your fleet. That's actually a resource now. The more command points you have, the more orders you can give. If you have no more command points, then you can't give any more orders, then you're screwed. You can either tell your fleet to have a full retreat or a full assault. And when you don't have any command points and you have a weaker fleet, usually full retreat is the best option to go with. I personally believe this game is absolutely amazing, simply because of the strategy itself. I've spent hours upon hours trying to figure out some of the in-game missions. One particular one I'm stuck at, which is actually, well, not called anything, it's just a hard mission. And even better, the mission part of the game has also got, should we say, like a sub-game mode, where it pitches random fleets against random fleets. You take control of one side with a completely and utterly random fleet of no cohesion whatsoever, and you fight the exact same. And that can usually result in some pretty epic battles between some of the larger in-game ships, which honestly feel big when fighting because they're slow, they're lumbering, and when the weapons fire, it's just like the end of the part where I bore you all to death with my talking like an absolute moron, because today I know very little better. And now we actually get right into the combat of the game, where I actually show you some footage of me shooting stuff in the face because I'm bored of life. Thank you very much for putting yourself through this. It gives us views and we're view whores. No, we're really not. We appreciate you watching our video nonetheless, even if you skip to the gameplay. And yeah, gameplay incoming. And I don't know how to stop recording.